Hello and welcome to the U.S. Commercial Service Market Brief. This is part 2 of our series on the Chinese economic stimulus package and what it means for U.S. companies interested in doing business in China. Our guest today is Helen Hua of the U.S. Commercial Service, United States Department of Commerce. She's based in Chongqing, China, and we welcome you to the program today, Helen. Helen, you say that you are very interested in promoting second-tier cities in China.
Well, second-tier cities, it's compared to Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. So in China, there are like 99 cities with over 1 million population. But when you really break down the numbers, you will find like 15 cities out of Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou. They are the real engine behind China's economic growth.
Two of these second-tier cities are Kunming and, where you live, Chongqing. Can you tell us a little bit about them and what the opportunities there for U.S. businesses might be?
In our region, southwest of China, there are two cities, Chongqing and Kunming. Chongqing is the China's fourth municipality, it has a land area of 82,400 square kilometers with over 32 million population over there. And Chongqing is the youngest and the largest municipality in China. Among like 4 municipalities in China, Beijing, Shanghai, Tianjin, Chongqing, is the youngest one, largest area, but with the poorest economic foundation, but has the greatest opportunities over there.
Now, you mentioned these important sectors, schools, hospitals, other kinds of institutions. It seems that there will be a lot of opportunity for U.S. small and medium-sized suppliers who can sell everything from school desks to chalkboards to the IT infrastructure to hospital beds. Is this going to be the case? There'll be a lot of opportunity for U.S. companies.
Yes, especially for hospitals, advanced medical equipment, and training the professional people over there. Also in the school, build networks to shorten the gap between rural and urban areas is very important now. So yes, our U.S. firms as MSCs will have an opportunity over there.
Helen, I know you were there during the earthquake. You were right at the center of it in what was one of the biggest humanitarian disasters in China in many, many years. Can you tell us what was it like?
I was in the office that afternoon when earthquake happened, and we felt really strong in our office, which lasted over like 3 minutes. So it was a very scary experience. After that, we don't know where to go, and we stayed outside. I think everybody in the town stayed outside that night. So the earthquake really had a massive impact in the rural areas, especially in Sichuan province. So I think the area is larger than 100,000 square kilometers.
When you went out on the street, what did you see?
Well, we ran out of the building and stood on an open area, and I looked up. There is like over 30 floor building next to our consulate. The building is waving, like I feel it's gonna break any time. And I looked down on the ground. The concrete ground is kind of waving things. So it's like waves. I'm just afraid it's gonna break any time. So it was very scary, and it lasted very long, like over 3 minutes.
How long were you separated from your family and children?
I think it was like the earthquake happened at around 2:30. I reunited with my kids about around at 4:30, 2 hours after. I went over to their schools, find them, and luckily they were doing okay. Yeah.
When the earthquake happened, a lot of schools and other public buildings completely collapsed because of poor construction. What has the Chinese government learned from this disaster, and what steps is it taking to make the buildings safer in the future?
I know the government is enforcing certain building code into it so they can resist the earthquake. Yes, even when 1 month ago, when I went over to the rural area, when the farmers they are rebuilding their own house, and the government are handing out a specific the spec sheet and enforce the building code.
Can you tell us a little more about your responsibilities as a U.S. representative for the government working in Western China?
We have this program called ATC program, American Trading Center, and we have built a network with 14 China second-tier cities by partnership with CCPIT, China Council for Promotion of International Trade. So we are working together to help our U.S. companies to penetrate the market in second-tier cities by helping them setting up the gold key appointments, do single company promotions, or the event facilitations.
You mentioned the Go West policy of the Chinese government, which is to put more resources into the western part of the country. Is the West wild?
It's not that wild. But Go West is adventure sometimes, can be, but there are a lot of good opportunities over there, and once they are there, they will find, compared to those saturated market, Beijing, Shanghai, and that's a great place to be.
Helen, there's the term in Chinese, guangxi, human relationships or connections. How is your guangxi and those of your colleagues in China? How difficult is it for a small and medium-sized enterprise to be successful in China?
To some extent, it is true, and I do travel regularly to Chongqing and Kunming. Sometimes I will bring U.S. clients over there, and oftentimes I will just visit the CCPIT office, also some other government entities to maintain a good relationship with them, and also trying to, build up this relationship that in the future they will help us to, help our U.S. company to penetrate the market over there.
What do you think is the overall value of having the U.S. Commercial Service work with you in China?
It's going to be hard for SMEs, U.S. SMEs, to do the business over there just by themselves, especially if they don't have any experience of doing business with China. Because there is one key point is like, you can go to China, you can talk to a lot of people, but if you don't know who is the decision maker, you're going to waste your time and money. It's where we can play a very important role. We can get them connected with the right local Chinese company and the right local Chinese government officials who can make the decision and help them to save the time, save the money, save the hassles.
And before I buy my airplane ticket and get my passport and head off to the not-so-wild west of China, what's the first thing I should do?
Well, please contact us. You can email us or just call us simply, and we will help you. We will, help them to do all of the logistics, set up the appointments, and give them counselings.
Helen, I want to thank you for being with us today here in Washington. I know you're headed back to China within the next couple of days, and I know many of our viewers and listeners will look forward to speaking to you when you're back in the country. Thanks so much.